This is the first video of 8th chapter void agreements. Today we are going to discuss about void agreements, uncertain agreements and wagering agreements. The very first topic is what is meant by void agreement. According to section 2, subsection G of the Indian Contract Act, a void agreement is an agreement which is not enforceable by the law. So an agreement which is not enforceable by law is considered as void agreement. In such case, no contracts comes into existence and no legal rights and obligations are created at any point of time of the agreement. Under void agreement, there is no contracts comes into existence and there is no legal rights, no legal obligations. Such type of agreements are called void agreements. Once again, I am repeating what is void agreement. An agreement which is not enforceable by law is considered as void agreement. The following agreements have been expressly declared to be void by the Contract Act. These agreements are considered as void. Very first one, agreements made by incompetent parties. Incompetent parties are those minors, unsound persons and persons disqualified by the law. So agreement made with an incompetent party is considered as void. That is not enforceable in the court of law. Second one is agreements entered into through mutual mistake of fact between parties. If any agreement is entered between parties through a mutual mistake, and that is also considered as void. Third one is agreements with the unlawful consideration and object. If the object and consideration of the agreement is unlawful, then that type of agreements are also called void agreements or void contracts. Agreements, the object or consideration of which is unlawful in part. If the object or consideration of the agreement is unlawful in part, that also considered as void, not enforceable in the court of law. Agreements made without any consideration is also considered as void, and agreements in restraint of marriage. So these are the 6 agreements that have been expressly declared to be void by the Contract Act. The rest 6 we will discuss in the next slide. Agreements in restraint of trade, agreements in restraint of legal proceedings, agreements where the meaning of which is uncertain. In such a situation also, these type of agreements are considered as void. Then agreements by way of wager. We will discuss what is wager contract in the next slide. So I am not revealing what is wager here. Then agreements contingent on impossible events. If the agreement is based on an impossible event, that is also considered as void. Then reciprocal promises to do things legal and also other illegal. If any reciprocal mutual promises made to do things which is legal and also other things illegal, in that case also that agreements are considered as void. So these are the 12 agreements which have been expressly declared to be void by the Indian Contract Act. Once again, I am repeating: agreements made by incompetent parties, agreements into through a mutual mistake, agreements with the unlawful consideration and object, agreements the object or consideration of which is unlawful in part, then agreements made without consideration, agreements in restraint of marriage, agreements in restraint of trade, agreements in restraint of legal proceedings, agreements the meaning of which is uncertain, and agreements by way of wager, agreements contingent on impossible events, reciprocal promises to do things legal and also other thing illegal. Uncertain agreement. An agreement the meaning of which is not certain or capable of being made certain are called uncertain agreement. So uncertain agreement is an agreement where the meaning of which is not certain. The meaning of the agreement is not sure and it is not capable of being made certain. We can't do that. That type of agreements are called uncertain agreement. An agreement, the meaning of which is not certain or capable of being made certain. Are considered as these type of agreements are considered as void. The uncertainty may be in respect of quantity, in respect of quality, the price, and the title of the subject matter of the agreement. The uncertainty may be related to quantity, quality, price, subject matter of the agreement. So, uncertain agreement is an agreement where the meaning of which is not certain and which is not capable of being made certain. For example, X agrees to sell Y, my white horse, for rupees 15,000 or rupees 20,000. Here, in this contract, the price is not certain. So, it is an uncertain agreement. Second example, X agrees to pay a certain sum when he was able to pay. X is saying to another person that he will pay a certain sum when he was able to pay. So the agreement was void for uncertainty. These type of agreements are called uncertain agreement. But the term in an agreement is vacuum and may be interpreted in many ways because it is uncertain. Second agreement is called wagering agreements or wager. What is wager? Wager is a promise to give money or money's worth upon the determination or ascertainment of an uncertain event. Wager is an agreement by which money is payable by one person to another on the happening or non-happening of a future uncertain event. Please note that it is an agreement where one person is paying another on the happening or non-happening of a future uncertain event. That type of agreements are called wagering agreements. For example, A and B deposited with C rupees 5,000 each, and they betted on the result of a cricket match to be played between India and Australia, and the condition was that the loser was to forfeit the rupees 5,000 and the winner was to recover this amount. So this is an agreement of wager. Here two persons are betting. One person is paying to another on the happening or non-happening of a future uncertain event. A wagering contract is one which is reciprocal promises are made to give money, or contract is one in which reciprocal promises are made to give money or something of value upon the result of a future uncertain event with regard to which the parties hold opposite views. Wager purely means a bet. It is a game of chance, or we can say chance of either winning or losing. It is fully based on a uncertain event. And in a wagering contract, each party stands equally to win or lose the bet. Simply, it is a bet and both the parties have an equal chance of winning or losing the bet. Wager is an agreement by which money is payable by one person to another on the happening or non-happening of a future uncertain event. The next topic is essentials of a wagering agreement. What are the essential things of a wagering agreement? The very first one is uncertain event. That is, in a wagering agreement, there must be two persons holding opposite views about a uncertain event. Second one is mutual chances of gain or loss. In a wager, there are two sides with a mutual chances of gain or loss. The mutuality should be in the sense that the gain of one party would be the loss of other party on the happening of the uncertain event, which is the subject matter of the wager. Then third one is neither parties control over the event. In an agreement, a wagering agreement, there is no party has control over the event and no other interest in the event. Neither party should have any other interest in the happening of the event except the sum of money which either of them will win or lose after the determination of uncertain event. No other interest other than money. Then promise to pay money or money's worth. To constitute a wager, the promise should be to pay money or money's worth only. And the last one, The bet money should be come out of the pockets of the parties themselves. In a wagering transaction, it is necessary that the bet money for the uncertain event should come out of the pockets of the parties of the agreement. If it is subscribed by outsiders, the agreement between the parties is not a wager. So these are the 6 essentials of a wagering agreement. There should be an uncertain event and there is mutual chance of gain or loss, and neither party have control over or the event, no other interest other than the money, then promise to pay money or money's worth. The bet money should be come out of the pockets of the parties themselves. Then only it is considered as a wagering agreement. Then effects of wagering agreement. According to section 30 of the Contract Act, agreement by way of wager are void in India. And in the states of Maharashtra and Gujarat, the wagering agreements have been declared to be illegal under the provisions of Bombay Act 1865. Then no suit can be brought for recovering anything which is won in any wager. We can't file a suit against for recovering anything which is won by in any way wager. Then transactions which are collateral to wagering agreements. That is, agreements which are subsidiary to the main agreements are not void in India except in the states of Maharashtra and Gujarat. Transactions which are collateral to wagering agreements are void in the states of Maharashtra and Gujarat. That is, a winner in the wagering agreement cannot file a suit for the amount won by him. These are the effects of wagering agreement. It is considered as void in India